Welcome back to episode 6 of Duel of the Geeks. We're going to talk very bad hot takes about the new Spider-Man trailer. You want to start it off?
I think you had something you really wanted to get off your chest.
Why the fuck are we bringing back the worst Jean Grey actor of all time? I'll stand on that fucking hill. The actor herself is not a bad actor, but the Phoenix movie was shit. Almost everything they've done with Jean Grey, except for the old X-Men movies. The new shit they've done with Jean Grey is just terrible. Just saying.
I haven't.
I'm trying to be hopeful for her, but
I haven't had enough experience with the X-Men to give an opinion on that. Do you really think she's going to be Jean Grey in this?
It's the exact same actor they used. So that is my biggest. That's the biggest reason why I think that's who she's going to be playing.
Yeah, but from what I know about Jean Grey, she isn't like a mind control-y, right? Like from what
she can.
Seen. Not that she can't, but it's like this villain's whole thing seems to be just the mind controlling people.
So and from what that trailer shows, yeah, 100%. That does seem what the villain's doing, but. My theory on it is it could be, because it's what they try to do with the Phoenix movie, it could be the Phoenix Force fully possessed Jean Grey.
Right.
But I don't know. I hope it's whatever they do with her.
We have been told left, right, and center that this is going to be like a Spider-Man movie, and we've seen Frank in it, I'll give you that. We've seen Hulk in it, I'll give you that. Tom has also talked quite a bit about how he has been wanting to make this specifically for the fans.
Yeah.
I would hope that they wouldn't go that route, and it would be, I don't know, I'm hoping like Mr. Negative, but if they do a gender swap on Mr. Negative, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yeah. And it'd be cool to be a different character. It really would be, and actually be a Spider-Man focused character.
Yeah. And I do like that we are getting a proper Hulk again, from what it seems.
They're hinting at Savage Hulk, which is pretty fucking cool.
Well, not hinting. I mean, he's mind controlled, and he is not happy with Peter. We get a fucking thunderclap again after.
Yes.
We haven't gotten one since Edward Norton Hulk, in the actual thing, right? I don't think did he do it in Avengers?
I think he did in the first Avengers movie. He did one. In the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, it might. You're right. No, I think you're right. But it's been so long.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's still been over 10 years since we've had a thunderclap in it. God.
Technically, he did it in She-Hulk when he was.
He did, because she does it better than him in the show. That's fair.
Okay, so in She-Hulk, he does it. Oh, okay.
But it's She-Hulk, so it doesn't count.
Well, I didn't make it through all of that show. That explains a whole lot.
Adding on to the Hulk thing, because I feel like it's something that if you're not a comic book fan, you don't dive too much into the Spider-Man lore, that people overlook about Spider-Man is it's practically set up perfectly in the trailer. We are going to get a Spider-Man versus Hulk fight, which, if done properly, they are going to show that Spider-Man is not a pushover.
Dude, that's what we got to see, in the beginning of this trailer with the opening with Scorpion.
Dude.
He was talking about him not being able to hold back. You see some of the punches he throws and stuff. We are going to get a live-action Spider-Man who doesn't hold back on his punches, and I'm excited for that.
It's going to be very, very interesting to see, and I hope they do it. I hope they do it right.
Yeah, they really need to. I have high hopes from the trailer. It left me feeling good about it.
And I think they've also I think they have the perfect lead up for us getting the Spider-Man that doesn't hold back because of the No Way Home. Yeah. Because he almost does it to Goblin in No Way Home before Tobey Maguire steps in. He almost kills Goblin. Yeah. So I have very high hopes for Tobey Maguire in this movie, because it's also cool we're finally getting a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
Not a Tony Stark caused villain or this caused villain. It's actually a villain that was caused by Peter.
And we're getting a couple of them too. We're getting Tarantula and Boomerang. I was about to say, I don't know why I couldn't remember Boomerang for a second.
And possibly, I think it's the Hand. Is that who that was shown?
The ninjas? Yeah, the red ninjas look like the hand.
It looks like it was the hand in the poster.
From one of the Lego sets, if I'm not mistaken. It might even have been in the first trailer. We're going to see Tombstone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tombstone. And I was worried about them like having a lot to do in this movie. It is 2.5 hours the runtime when I got our tickets. So
Yeah, good connection to name.
but you know,
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Using Tombstone as like a pivot. How have you liked Noir?
I like Noir, but I'm not. Hold on, I'm not ready for a
Okay,
pivot
okay,
yet. I'm
okay.
still. I'm
Oh, you
still
still
here.
got opinions on the trailer?
Well, yeah. God, and you kind of like derailed my train of thought.
You're gonna talk about the mutation?
That's what I was going to ask you about. Actually, was like the mutation. Where do you think that's going?
Where do I want it to go? I would love to see a live action Man Spider, but I think I do really think that that's what they may be leaning towards. Is Peter going through a new mutation?
We get him. He's getting organic webbing.
So like that, yeah, it's obviously what is happening. He's going through a new mutation. I think what most likely will end up happening is somehow Hulk or Bruce Banner is better to say is going to help Peter find a way to not fully morph into Man Spider. But I think that's the avenue they're going to be leaning towards.
Yeah.
At least that's what it looks like to me, with the eyes going black and everything.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really getting me is the eyes going black. I don't. He's losing control, and I guess that could like be leaning towards the Man Spider thing. I'm also really like privy to Doppelganger from the comics.
And
I
that
would
would
like
be
to see.
that would be
I
so
would like to
cool.
see Doppelganger, but I would also hate to see our Peter turn into that after
Yeah.
finally getting his own
Yeah.
movie. But
Maybe it's a clone. Clone Saga. Here comes Ben Reilly.
Yeah, let's not. If we're going to do that, let's be a little bit more organized than we were in the comics about that, because that was a little fucking insane.
A little.
Yeah,
It's, it's very hard to explain to people who don't read the comics, the Clone Saga.
It's hard to explain to people for those who have read the comics because they went so off freaking.
Your beard was eating it.
Because they went so freaking like off script. It was something with like the story not being caught up with when they needed their release dates, so they ended up like messing stuff up. Because it was the Jackal was the one who ended up. You know what? I'm not actually going to get into explaining this.
Are we about to break down the Clone Saga?
We'll be here for another 2.5 hours. If you want to figure that out, Comics Explained probably has a video.
I have an amazing video.
He's got videos for everything.
Pretty much every comic book line that's famous.
Yeah, just know it's a headache.
Yeah,
it's all. The Clone Saga is a headache, and it ends with it ultimately meaning nothing. So
I'm glad we're still talking about the trailer. I also like that it seems like they are hinting that MJ is still going to remember Peter a little bit, because whenever she sees like the web in the thing, she doesn't have a surprised look. It's more of a familiar look.
Yeah, okay,
because the spell made everyone forget who Peter Parker was. I don't think that changes the fact that she still swung with him, and she's had a lot of close interactions with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I think that may help, and hopefully he may have an ally by the end of it.
Also,
how the fuck does Hulk know who he is? Or is Hulk teaching at the school he's at? I don't. That's not been very clear in the trailers.
I don't. I'm trying to recall here if there's a time where they met, because like he was around Stark a lot, but nothing I can like come to mind currently.
But even if he was, because of the spell, everybody else forgot, so Bruce would forget who he is too.
No, you're right.
But in the trailer, it seems like they're like on buddy basis.
Maybe he meets him as like Spider-Man first at like some point in the movie.
That's fair.
And then like it's a later thing.
I could see it just being that Bruce is just one of the professors at a school.
Yeah, because we really
His
don't know where he's going. He's at college now, but
And we
like,
do
we
know
don't
that
know
this
what we're
they
getting
did
of
give
that.
Peter the intelligence in this universe. Like it is full blown like genius level Peter.
Oh yeah,
So
he created his own
I was about
suit
to say
again. Like
he would be in any of the he could go to any
he
college
had the
he
web
wanted.
shooters before Tony even found him. You
Yeah.
know, like
He was literally making his fluid in his chemistry class.
and I love that. Did you watch the trailer all the way to the end? Did you finish it?
Mm-hmm.
We get the scene where he's actually like getting to lay quips out before
Oh
he
my
fights.
God! Yes.
You guys stretch. You guys do stretching. I'm so excited for it, and like just the way that the suit looks on him is amazing. Like
Yes.
you can actually kind of see his ears and like the outline. It's not a Stark suit.
It's a very
anymore.
realistic
It's-
Spider-Man suit.
Yeah. The only thing honestly that's missing that I would have loved to see, give me the little arm webs from his first
No.
appearance. Yeah.
No.
Dude, I would have loved that. Give me the first appearance
not
comics.
the flying
It's
squirrel
so good,
suit.
dude. It's so good.
No,
though.
it's not. You're
Yeah, it is.
smoking crack.
Dude, it's iconic. You can't say that it's
Iconic is wild.
for
to just-
Spider-Man. You're telling me that's not an iconic, fantastic suit?
I'll
You're
give you
tripping.
iconic. It's not fantastic.
Oh, you're on some fucking crack.
That's like 2016 Fantastic Four level design.
I need to know what you're referencing here. Oh, do you mean like Fan Four Stick? You mean the movie?
Yeah,
Gotcha,
Fantastic.
gotcha.
The remake
Oh, no,
That-
I understand what you. Sorry.
that was
I
supposed
caught
to that was supposed to start the X-Men thing again, and then failed just as bad.
Dude, I don't know what the hell. People were scrambling after like the MCU finally took off.
New Fantastic Four movie though. It's okay film.
It's an okay film.
It's okay film.
It's okay.
For what it was. It was
I thought
okay.
you were about to like start praising it, and I was like, I thought we've already talked about this. For
I got
one.
to see Galactus. That's what makes me happy.
And he was okay.
Disappointing.
He was okay at best.
Franklin Richards in the MCU now.
Uh
Did you ever think that was going to happen?
huh. God, I feel like that was the only reason that movie came out.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, we need Doom and Franklin."
Did you have anything else to mention about the trailer?
Yeah, we kind of did get off topic a little bit here. Let me scan through what I remember and I'll
Because we got
the
lost.
big thing I wanted to talk about was Hulk. I liked all the Hulk stuff.
You are a fanboy for some Hulk.
I don't understand why they did the in the first trailer, like showed the Sadie Sink in the like jacket outfit, and then in this trailer, like
Black
put
to
her
face
hood
out.
on, blacked her face out, like we didn't already see this character.
Maybe that's Doppelganger. Maybe you're right.
Doppelganger doesn't have like mind control powers. He's kind of stupid. Just like he's not
Throwing
like
shade.
well, no, he's more of
No,
like
yeah.
a primal like I just want
yeah.
to kill type of thing. I'm pretty sure he's a demon if I remember correctly. I really don't remember him very much, other than
That's why I don't think he's going to be in the movie.
okay, you say that, but they put Megawatt in Noir instead of like Shocker or Electro.
And-
That's something
and
I was going to bring
Silvermane.
up, but we'll get in there.
Yeah, we'll get
there
there.
in a
But
minute.
like, yeah, that's fair. Noir did have
Uh-huh.
some like.
Some weird choice in villains, but I'm not complaining about that really. I'll complain about it. You know what? Actually, fuck it. No, I will complain about it. I'll complain about anything.
Yeah,
That's something
literally. That's a fact. If we had a second camera pointing back towards his significant other, even she's agreeing. Like, it is a fact of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. I like to make conversation, and that conversation just happens to be bitching about
And
things that bug
arguing
me.
with people.
Well, I mean, you argue with me. I give a bad opinion.
Okay.
Quote unquote bad opinion. I think it's fine. You just don't like it.
Using the Franklin Richard thing as a pivot, before we go to Spider-Noir, actually, because this is something else I want to talk about, they have confirmed with the MCU that after Doomsday, the MCU is getting a reset. I don't think they mean, like, obviously getting rid of lore. I think it's going to be... I agree with what you said. I think it's the only reason why the Fantastic Four movie was made was to introduce somebody with the powers like Franklin Richard, a reality warper. I think something will happen in Doomsday that causes him to...
Oh no. So you said Kevin Feige did. I haven't looked this up.
It was
You
the
did?
Russo brothers
The
that
Russo
confirmed
said
it.
that they're doing a reset.
Yeah, the Russo brothers, because the Russo brothers have confirmed they are
Oh, they've
doing...
made it so obvious too. Like nine out of the fucking 80 billion trailers. Okay, the numbers are not accurate here. The trailers have been very heavily skewed towards children.
Yep.
Especially bringing in Franklin.
Young Avengers?
Yeah, they're just going to do fucking Young Avengers, especially with Spider-Man now. Maybe if they get the rights back
If
from
Morgan's
Sony.
not on the team, I will fucking riot.
Dude, I don't even give a fuck. Just, oh my god. Don't fuck it up. Don't do something stupid with it. Because you also have, like, you're doing the new Avengers right now, too.
Yeah.
So, like, you've got a lot on your plate. That's the only thing about Doomsday that I am really worried about right now is
There's
Franklin.
a lot.
Like, I'm not even worried about there being a lot. They showed with, like, Endgame and stuff, they can do it.
Yeah.
Or not even Endgame. Endgame was kind of mid with the time travel stuff. I've talked about that. But I thought Infinity War and Endgame were good for what they were trying to do. My big thing is I don't understand how Franklin's going to, like, be something I care about.
Yeah, I get it. What I would like to see, because I want to talk about like theories and shit we had, because I have a couple theories about it. What I would like to see, and I think, and in the perfect reality with the Russo brothers and Kevin and all them doing this, I think it'd be cool, because Franklin is obviously a child still. He's a fucking infant still. So I agree. I don't see him being a character that I'm going to care about. I think if they do it the smart way, they do what Doom's done in the past in the comics, and I think Doom is going to steal the reality warping abilities from Franklin. And I think that would be a very cool way to do it.
Oh, that could be literally the whole, like, plot of Doomsday, actually, because that would, if he succeeds, right, he gets those powers, and then it would lead to Secret Wars, like, logically,
Exactly.
to the, like, 2015 Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's again.
beyond
I
the
think if they
powers.
did it the right way, that is how they handle it.
Yeah, I
is
think
they
that would
have
be cool.
Doom steal the powers, and I'm not trying to be like that person and all that, and be the person that points this out. But I'm sick and tired of every single Marvel movie the hero is always winning. And I think this Doomsday is the perfect time to do it, to end the movie with Doom doing that exactly. Is Doom gets the abilities and resets the universe in his image.
And I wouldn't hate like a half win in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Like give me like do a reset if
Like,
you have
they
to.
think they
Give
beat
me-
they think they beat Doom and everything, and Doom disappears.
Or just like there's a bigger sacrifice than we lost Iron Man. Like I'm not saying that was not a big deal and like it was underplayed or anything, but we lost Iron Man, Black Widow, and Vision really from that whole event.
Yeah.
Permanently. Well, Gamora asterisk.
Yeah, Gamora asterisk, because Gamora still exists and she's still alive, but she just doesn't remember who she was.
She's back to like in kinda.
She's back at like pre-Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora.
Yeah, but like Guardians 3 even like I don't know. I don't want to say it's a mess.
Liz is
but-
Liz is upset that she did not come and get her love from Peter Quill.
Oh yeah, no. She's mad that Gamora died in the first place, and I can't argue with that.
It's a very it was frustrating,
Yeah.
but
we have not gotten good Gamora, enough good Gamora.
yeah, but I think Doom taking the abilities, the Avengers getting some kind of like half win. I think that's the perfect way to handle this, especially with them wanting to start the next phase and start building up like they did with the original Avengers and all that. I think this is the perfect way to do it because RDJ does not have to stay as Doom. You could easily recast Doom, especially with giving the Avengers a half win, and then that already gives you a villain to build up to, so you don't have to try to just keep bobbing for apples.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people I hear are like, man, superhero movies are losing their popularity because of superhero fatigue. No, I don't think that's true. I think people are tired of unoriginality. And even when like a concept is kind of original, there's never any stakes because it's always okay, the good guys are gonna win.
Yeah.
The good guys never fucking lose in anything anymore, and even then, like I'm not saying that's the only thing that can make a movie good at this point, but it is getting a little exhausting. There not being any actual stakes.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I don't even think it's just that. I think another thing that adds to it is, and I'm gonna. This is a little bit of a rant. Ironheart wasn't the problem. It's not that the diehard comic book fans and the diehard MCU fans didn't want to see Ironheart. Ironheart is an amazing character, and I think the actor they got to play was amazing.
Yeah.
Introducing Mephisto was amazing, but that's not what we wanted to see when Tony passed. You built up a kid in Iron Man 2.
Oh yeah,
A kid that had the smarts
Harley,
especially with Harley, that had the smarts to do the same crap that Iron Man was doing, and that was a literal intern for Iron Man while he was rebuilding his suit, and then just threw the character away.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with with Falcon as Cap. I don't have an issue with you going comic book accurate and giving us Falcon taking over the role as Captain America after Steve is gone and all that. It's just you built up Bucky so much for this redemption arc to take on the shield and to carry the weight like him and Steve kept talking about throughout most of the MCU, just to practically push him aside and make him Cap sidekick again. That's not what I don't think you built up. I think they need to take the time to actually make the build-up they're doing for certain characters back.
Yeah, I think they kind of lost the plot with what they were going to do with Bucky. Like, they set up a whole lot of different angles for him, and then just kept not.
He just kept being a sidekick.
Yeah, like, yeah, even like he never got the White Wolf persona that they showed off. Like,
and
why didn't they ever do that?
Fucking cool.
Yeah, like if he's not going to be the next Cap, why not take him that route? Do something like that. You've teased so much with these characters, and then you haven't followed through on some of them.
And like the way don't get me wrong, because it was a great movie. I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie. I enjoyed the movie, especially for what it was. They're trying to make up for it with the Thunderbolt / New Avengers, and I get that.
What are they like? What did they do with him?
By making him kind of the. It seemed like they were trying to push him as like the Cap of that team.
And he was like,
later
not even that. He's like, I'm the experienced guy with an arm. Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't fucking do anything.
But that's my fucking point. Is like
I love Bucky Barnes. I love Winter Soldier as a character. Like, just treat him right. It's exactly what they've been doing with Hulk.
I don't have an issue with inclusion, and that's why Stan Lee has always been such an inspiration, not just to me, but to almost the whole community, the whole comic book community, is because his whole big point was trying to make everyone feel like they belonged inside of the community. But don't throw away years of buildup just to try to be inclusive and to be a part of the woke agenda, because it's stupid. There are so many characters that have just been thrown to the side so they can push. Oh, look, let's keep pushing this character because this one community loves this character so much, and so we're just going to keep pushing this character and rush it out. So it's not even a good project. They've ruined so many great characters by just trying to grab at what's popular and what's trending at the time.
And like, I'll admit their hands were a little bit tied in the beginning with like a lot of their properties being all over the place, but man, you've had a lot of time to get your shit together. There was like, I'll give them a little bit of excuse on like Love and Thunder and things that came out during COVID.
Yeah,
because the pandemic definitely made things difficult for them in ways we probably never thought or even 100%. Realized. So I'll cut them some slack there, but especially after the writer's strike and stuff, like, things need to be better, and I expect them to be. Like,
well, like,
if not, like, you're going to start losing people.
And I know this is something we talk about all the time. One of the characters that I feel like they've wasted the most is, and the very first movie we got him in was don't get me wrong, there's every movie has its complaints, every movie has its bad parts, but the first Doctor Strange movie was a phenomenal fucking film. Doctor Strange had so much potential to be one of the best characters the MCU had ever introduced.
Even now, it's one of the most,
made Multiverse of fucking madness.
Yeah, even now, I'd say like the first movie is still one of the most like visually appealing MCU films we have.
100%. And like, what's amazing about it is Doctor Strange is also one of the most popular characters in the MCU for the simple, like, he's been quoted some of the most, like with the whole in Infinity War with his, I looked at 3 billion possibility.
14 billion. Yeah,
such a phenomenal fucking scene for the character, and then
and he plucks the time stone out of the sky. Like, there's a lot.
Like
all of his magic in that fight with Thanos is fantastic.
Am I good to go on the rant I was going?
You were talking about Strange, yeah.
So, as the person behind the camera mentioned, again, we talked about the million possibility lines and all that. Another line from Doctor Strange that is probably my favorite line in the entire first film is "Dormammu, I've come to bargain."
Oh, it's
Was
such a good line.
such a perfect line and scene, showing that Strange is not just a strong character and like an intimidating character with the magic abilities he have, but he's intelligent, and like that's something I feel like they've thrown to the side of the MCU. Is
Yeah.
like Tony's big thing is, I may not have superpowers, but my mind works stronger than your powers are.
Yep.
And then it just became, oh look, I have a suit for everything. Nah.
Well, I mean, okay. In 3, he did get rid of all of his suits. And I did like we still got some of that because he constantly was learning from his mistakes in his suit
Yeah,
designs.
and that was cool.
Like, I'll give him that. Like, there was some subtle things, but I'm not also going to sit here and ignore the fact that they did.
I'm going to pull a line out of your catalog, okay?
Yeah.
This item my dad made 50 years ago. I know how to time travel now!
No, I thought that was stupid. That was my whole thing from Endgame. I thought time travel as the solution was so dumb.
I liked time travel in the movie. I don't like how I don't like I understand how to make a time machine.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It was really bad. It was a really bad scene, in my opinion. But man, we trailed off quite a bit. Oh, you wanted to talk about some theories for the reset, but
yeah, the reason I'm going on this train is because that with this reset coming, they have the opportunity to fix a lot of these complaints that fans have had. Like you have so many good characters, and with you doing a reset, you don't have to recast them. And the ones that can't come back, allegedly, just I want to make that very clear. I'm not saying he did it. Disney just did cut ties with him. That is a fact. You can recast those characters, but the ones that the casting already was fine, and you just fucked up their story, can be fixed now because everyone always talks about how RDJ was like the perfect casting for Tony Stark, and he is amazing casting and all that. But I don't think enough people talk about how Benedict Cumberbatch was perfect for Strange.
Yeah.
How Scarlett Johansson was a perfect Black Widow, and that movie was terrible.
Dude, yeah, they waited too long with it.
How much girl power you care about? It was a shit movie, and they fucked up Taskmaster.
They fucked up Taskmaster, but goddamn, dude, they gave us Yelena.
And Yelena was the only good part of that movie.
Okay, Red Guardian was also pretty good. I liked
Red Guardian's great in Thunderbolts.
Correct, he's good in wait, now you really don't like him in Black Widow?
I think the
emotional scenes like as them as a family in that movie are pretty good.
Those are good. Besides that, he's the Jar Jar Binks of the fucking movie.
You know, all right, I can give you that. Yeah.
And that's my issue with it, is Thunderbolts prove that he did not have to be Jar Jar Binks.
No, he didn't. He's not. He's more than that, even though he is kind of goofy. But like,
I think again
they wasted the opportunity.
Black Widow was one of those characters and she didn't even get solo built up. You just gave us small bits of lore over like 10 fucking years, and then just
I don't know. Maybe this is a bad take. Not to cut you off. Maybe this is a bad take. I don't know why
we have better mics now, so it doesn't.
I don't know why each of the Avengers didn't get some kind of solo project, not even before Avengers, just before they started dogpiling all the new characters.
Exactly. Like Hawkeye, I don't even think everybody had to have their own solo film.
I feel like
Hawkeye and Black Widow, you could have made a 2.5-hour movie to easily give them both more backstory and make them matter more.
And like, I feel like the Ronin storyline for Hawkeye wasted.
100%.
Like they made it matter a little bit in the Hawkeye show, but overall,
you fucked it up. You fucked it up, Disney.
Yeah, they could have done a lot better with it.
And like again, that's another one of those castings that I don't think gets enough credit. I can't remember the actor who plays Hawkeye. I can't remember his name right now. I'm a little
Jeremy.
It's Jeremy something.
Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. Was a perfect casting. Like I love him as Hawkeye. I think he played the character perfectly. It's just the character got wasted.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Same thing with And this is one that's gonna piss people the fuck off.
The Hawkeye show
Um,
did him a little justice. I just want to throw that in there. I didn't like what we got.
Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was an amazing comic book character. She was wasted, especially in Multiverse of Madness.
Was she in Multiverse of Madness?
That's who America is. That's her superhero name, isn't it?
No. Miss Marvel is Kamala Khan. She's got her own show.
What's the name of the?
That's America.
Is that her actual superhero name?
Yeah, as far as I know.
I didn't know that was a superhero.
That's America
okay.
Chavez.
That character. Sorry,
Yes.
that character. I mean, Miss Marvel was wasted too, but
I never watched Marvel's. I always meant to go watch her show. From what I've heard, her show's good. From what we've gotten so far of this
it's better.
Era
I was gonna say
of
it's better than a
TV.
lot of the shit. It's better than a lot of the crap they've tried
I
to
haven't
feed
watched
us.
it, so I really don't have an
And
opinion.
don't get me wrong, I'm not bitching about every Marvel project because I think Daredevil Born Again was a fantastic project. I do have my complaints about it, but again, everything, nothing is going to be perfect in everybody's eyes.
Man,
but it was fantastic.
We should change the name of the show to the Complaints Podcast.
100%, and it would work.
We got them, man. You want to hear shit takes and bad complaints? Welcome.
I think we are justified with our bad takes, though, because
we have reason.
as much as even the old MCU has its problems and has its mistakes, we grew up with some of the best MCU projects that will ever exist.
Yeah, and
some of the projects that actually cared about the consecutive story.
It's just because they were so defining for this genre. It's not something we've ever seen before, and a connected universe that was actually good, damn near unheard of at this point. You had Star Wars, you had Lord of the Rings, but outside massive multi-movie universes, you didn't have that.
No.
And even then, things really have struggled to come anywhere close.
And even with talking about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, none of those are solo projects written into team projects like the MCU was.
Yeah.
We got Iron Man films and Thor films
Hulk.
and Hulk films, and then they all built up to an actual movie where they came together and fought as a team. It was good.
And not that we weren't getting superhero movies before then, because we got Blade, we got the first Daredevil movie.
We got the first Blade. The other two don't exist.
We got the Fantastic Four movies.
Which I enjoy the old Fantastic Four movie.
We got the one Fantastic Four movie that got made but never aired. Yeah, it was a movie or a show, I can't remember. But
exactly. And again, it's
X-Men, all the old X-Men.
They cared more about the source material and making the story make sense than they did about pleasing every single person in the world.
Yeah.
Ian McKellen, Sir Patrick Stewart, and Hugh Jackman, you will never get any actors better as Magneto, Professor X, and Wolverine. They played those roles almost perfectly.
Yeah. I would not be mad to see a Calverine.
No, and I wouldn't either. And I think there are a bunch of actors that could play Wolverine, but they could not play the version of Wolverine that Hugh Jackman did.
No, never.
And I think that's another thing that Marvel has to accept, is if you do not have to not ever reuse a character again. You just have to be willing to not use the exact same story.
Stay true to the character. Don't mess it up.
Exactly.
It's not really that hard to
Don't cast Snape as a black guy, talk about what Warner Brothers did.
And it's not even because he's black that's the problem. It's all of the and I don't know if you've seen the clips on this on Instagram and stuff, but I have. It's all of the implications. Yes, all of the implications that the character of Harry's father goes through now. His fucking bullies hung him and beat him, if I remember correctly. Or no, it wasn't his bullies. It was the fucking boyfriend to Harry's mom or whatever.
It was James. It was his dad. Snape. Yeah,
I haven't seen the movies. Like I said, it was just from the clips that I was recalling.
I own the collector books, buddy. Yeah, and it's not even just that. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. We hate J.K. Rowling because she has a different opinion on LGB and all that, and that's okay.
It was mold. Didn't you hear?
Yeah, it was mold. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Because again, I think what the world needs to remember is at the end of the day, you have to separate the art from the artist at some points. And the Harry Potter universe is amazing. Nobody can doubt that it's not a popular series and it's not it is a beloved series. Mm-hmm. And I, as I know it doesn't matter what I say because I'm a male white man,
Mhm.
but I
You are a
believe
male
that
white
it,
man.
huh?
I said you are a male white man.
Yeah, but I believe if you are going to make a project based on a novel or a movie, on a novel,
Mhm.
you should keep the characters as true to that source as possible. And I understand, like race changing a lot of the other characters, but in the books, repeatedly Snape is described as a pale, snake-like, ghostly figure. He is described as literally this extra pale white man.
There's just multiple things that also just make it super racist
Plus,
now.
you're
for
telling
his
me you're
background.
going to hang a black man on live action?
Like,
Please do.
and it's not even just that. I can't remember any of the it was a bit ago when this was announced.
The first movie, the whole reason they think Snape is a bad guy is because he
That's
teaches
right.
the dark arts.
That's right. I
You're
was about to
telling me
say.
because if
Yeah.
you change all of
Yeah.
that, you're definitely gonna have a fucking riot.
Yeah.
Like it's just you picked the wrong fucking character to race change.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, honestly, any other character, I think it would have been fine, and it would have worked. It could have worked perfectly fine, almost.
You say that, and then because the clip that I seen, the person also said that in the discussion, and then they walked through why you couldn't do it with what's the ginger, Ron
Weasley,
yeah,
because they're poor.
and a bunch of other reasons that I can't remember.
Hagrid, you couldn't really do it with either.
Why?
Because he was left as an orphan type situation.
He was left. No. He was left by his father. I mean, by his mother as an orphan. His father still took care of him, though. And his mother left because she was literally a giant. And, Voldemort called all them to fight.
How'd we get to Harry Potter?
Because I randomly threw out there.
We took a wild right turn and just kept going.
Did. It's okay, though,
No,
because
you're
this
all right.
is Duel of
Sorry.
the Geeks. All fandoms are welcome here. Except for Boku no Pico. You get hung if you talk about that shit. See how serious he is?
I don't know what he's talking
You don't
about.
know what Boku no Pico is?
I feel like you told me before.
It was a very popular, not popular. It was an anime a lot of kids used in middle school to scar people, but it's a pedophile anime.
That's
It's
terrible.
about a grown ass man grooming a child.
That's terrible.
Look it up if you don't believe me. Should cut all that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yeah. But that's literally what it is. And it got real popular for because it got popular in middle school in the anime community to fuck with people who weren't anime fans. Because I mean, in middle school, we didn't. You guys didn't give a fuck if you didn't like anime. You'd bullied us for you're watching hentai. So when you want an anime to watch, you want to get into it, you go watch this one. And you watch a grown ass man groom a child.
That's crazy.
That show's banned in every country now.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand why.
Back to what we were
I was going to say,
about,
putting the train back on the tracks here. Spider-Man trailer is where we were at.
We were a Spider-Man trailer and talking about how the reset.
I had one more thing I wanted to say about the trailer. I know
you finally cataloged it.
Well, no, I remembered a while ago, but we were talking. Frank Castle's part to play in this movie, I'm still pretty confused about.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, but you have the hand, you have the jail, Matt.
Possibly.
You have the possibly edited fight scene with the hand, Matt. I'm not saying it has to be Matt, but I also would feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're putting a lot in the movie.
Which they could also be using this movie to possibly build up to a new version of the Defenders, because Spider-Man and Frank have both been a part of the Defenders.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And that would be cool to see, because don't get me wrong, the Avengers are cool and the new Avengers are cool, but those teams are both global level threats.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Spider-Man, as much as he can take on global level threats, is he is a neighborhood hero.
Yeah.
And I think I'm glad that's something it seems like they're focusing on again. Yeah. Is Spider-Man is focusing on New York again.
That's why I'm excited about Tarantula and Boomerang.
I was about to say, we are getting a Spider-Man that actually is back on street level.
That's probably why we're going to see Tombstone, is because of, I mean, we're going to be seeing all these people because of the mind control aspect of it. it's going to just mind control all the bad guys.
Mhm.
That's probably what's going to happen from what I can insinuate. But Frank probably is going after Tombstone for XYZ reason. Mobster, I feel like it from where we left him, it would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
But then again, like going from there, I don't really see how his involvement is going to really play out. You look like you got a thought brewing in that head.
Well, after you said that, like I got to really think about it. It could easily be that Frank is the one that takes down Spider-Man after he loses control. Because don't get me wrong, Savage Hulk has the
You think
ability.
they're going to kill Spider-Man in this
I
movie?
don't think it's going to come down to killing him. I think Frank Castle is the only one though that is equipped well enough. Because all Hulk has is strength.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the confirmed with the characters we know that are in the movie.
Okay. So he goes to Banner for help, right?
Yeah.
Banner has found a way. I'm not saying this has happened. This is theory brewing time. Banner has
Just a
found a
movie
way to separate the Hulk from himself. And Peter is kind of trying to figure out if he can do, or he might eventually see if he can do the same. And this, I want doppelganger so bad.
I can fucking tell because I knew that's where this was coming from.
Or we could take it your route and it pulls Man Spider out of him, and then we get like a castle situation. If I'm not mistaken and I remember correctly, MJ and Peter show up to Frank when he's like, "You're the only one I can trust to help me" at that point.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that MJ is probably going to remember and be
an ally.
Which I guess I'm not too upset about, but I don't know. I wish they would have let that brew a little bit.
Man, I could see it going that route, but if it goes down the route of like Peter losing control and going like full, almost like Savage Spider-Man mode, like Savage Spider-Man, I could see that while Hulk has the strength to technically beat Spider-Man because of Spider-Man's agility, strength, and the mind that Peter has itself, I could see Frank Castle having to be the tactician behind actually capturing him.
Yeah, no, I can see that. All right, like it's like someone who turns into a werewolf at night, being like, "Yo, I need you to watch me." Like,
yeah, 100%. I could see that be Frank's like oh my god, what's the movie I'm trying to think of?
I don't know, what is it?
I can't
Probably
think of
one
it.
of them.
Yeah, I can't fucking think of it for some fucking reason. But it could literally be Peter. Like Peter could notice that he's losing control, and he comes to Frank. If I lose full control, kill me. You are the only one I know that for a fact you will take my life.
If they kill,
like Frank is like Batman talks about, is the contingency plan that Peter sets up.
That would be crazy.
I don't think they're going to kill him, but I could see that being part of like the deal Peter makes with him is, if I lose control, take me out.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess we can pivot to our next segment. Why the sigh?
Because
how do you feel about? I know you asked me earlier. How do you feel about Spider-Man Noir? Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let's do this first. What did you watch it in? Black or white or color?
I watched black and white.
Okay. I watched color.
Okay.
2, you want to do like an out of 10? And we'll do a countdown. Give it a rating out of 10.
Oh, okay.
We'll do a countdown and say it at the same time.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 6. Dude, it was just barely above meh.
Yeah, 100%. I want to say this now, though. I fucking love Nick Cage as Spider-Noir.
He was so good. I feel...
that is why it's a 6.
My first complaint, I'm going to say, that is a lot of the reason why it's a 6.
100% Nick Cage was beautiful.
The only complaint I had about Nick was I feel like his how heavy his accent was, like his noir accent was varied between episodes.
Yes.
Like I feel like
it was not consistent.
some episodes he was really like molassesy, like had something stuck in his mouth when he was talking, see? And then like other times he was less, it was just more like
it was more Nick Cage.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The black webs I thought were beautiful. I thought like the design of them I thought was
You watched it
gorgeous.
in black and white, so you probably never noticed this. I loved the black webs in literally every single shot except one. When he sneaks the files outside of the window that he steals from I forget her name, the doctor.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He lowers them out the window in a web, and the next time you see it is him and Robbie outside. He's pilfering with it, trying to get the files out. The CGI webs in the color version look so fucking terrible in that scene. Like, I was like, dude, are you kidding me? This is, you paid money to make this.
It's Amazon.
Dude, it was crazy. Like, I was like, what am I watching here?
That was not that bad in the black and white.
And then, like, and it was this, I'm pretty sure it was the same episode, the CGI where he, like, went on the drug trip.
Yeah.
Did not look good in
Terrible.
color. Did not
That
look good. But there was a lot of scenes that I was sitting there watching, even, like, outside of the CGI ones. It wasn't terrible in color, but I was like, this would look a lot better in black and white. Like, a lot of the times he's at his desk, like, doing his own, like...
Which I don't know if you know this. The show was filmed in black and white, and then they used CGI and shit to color it.
That makes sense.
I don't know if you knew that fact, but yeah, they actually filmed the show in black and white. That's why it looks better in black and white.
That's cool. There's definitely some scenes I'm like, okay, I need to watch at least this part.
Yeah, like it is. That's why I watched it in black and white, as I figured it would be
like
better.
A lot of the scenes where he actually gets to use the light on his eyes.
Yeah,
and his costume like that.
It's kind of shitty.
It wasn't shitty, but I imagined it would look better in.
It looks really good in black and white, and like. Not just Nick Cage being it made it like gave it a 6 for me, because the story was I did not enjoy the story. It was but I enjoyed that they didn't do what almost every other Spider-Man project does and just use a bunch of big name villains. I'm not going to complain that they put Sandman in there, because as you know, I'm a slut for Sandman. He's one of my favorite villains of all time. But the fact that we didn't just get Sandman, we got characters like Sandman and Silvermane and Tombstone. And while they weren't the best written, I like that they made the effort to actually use Noir villains and not try to shove a different villain like, oh, let's just shove Green Goblin in there. Like, I like how they actually gave us the villains he fought.
Well, they also, like, from what I've seen, they fucked some of them up because, like, Cat Hardy is not. There is a Felicia Hardy in Noir's universe, and she is. I think the whole Cat Hardy thing was weird. The villains are like. I love them, but they're also some of my biggest problems.
I like the villains they chose. The way they did it was terrible.
Yeah, I don't like Sandman's motivations in this. Especially for being a villain. I think it's real dumb. Especially when he's fighting with Megawatt against Noir. I don't understand. Like, the whole time he's like, oh, this can literally solve my problem. Why don't I take it so I can go be with her? And he's just like, no, I'm going to kick this guy's ass and I'm full bad guy.
Is it? It looked like it was glitching a little bit.
No, you're glitching a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was just...
Don't you, Scott? Dude, I have no idea. I don't think so. It's
no, it works now. It looked like it dropped frame rate for a second.
You scared me.
Yeah, no, it I wish the project was better and had... I wish it seems like it was rushed. It genuinely seems like it was rushed, at least writing-wise.
Yeah, to some extent. Like, I don't know. If this came out before Born Again, I'd feel differently, but having Silvermane as, like, the big controlling main villain after watching Kingpin for the last however many years in Daredevil, like, it just didn't compare.
No, it didn't.
I was sitting there, like, and then for, like, his ending,
yeah.
I was just like, who cares? I liked, the thing that made me watch it in color was when I was watching the trailers, because I did watch both trailers, and that's what made my choice. The suit colors for, like, not just Robbie, but that was the main one. I wanted to see his suit in color.
It did look
It's
really good in the
so-
color trailer.
It's so good, and the villains, their suits, even
Yeah,
like
they looked really clean in the. Because I've seen pictures of them in color.
yeah, like Megawatt looks really good in his yellow. They all look really good. Megawatt
Wasted.
again, like not even wasted. Just like give me more motivation. Why are you villain other
'Cause I'm
than
a
I'm
bad
just
guy.
a dick? Yeah, like give me. And like I may die soon. I'm gonna take what's mine while I got the time. Okay, you're being offered a cure where you can just like to have your time and it not being a problem. Why is that? Like, why are you committing to full gangster when you have a?
Because why not?
I don't know, cause why?
No, I agree.
Like, and I'm like, even that was another. This was Here, let me go here. The thing that bothered me with Tombstone when they went to go give him the antidote, they never fucking told him they were going to give him an antidote. They just fought with him instead.
Yeah.
And then jammed it in his eye. Man, that was the one guy there was not going to be a fight with him. You were like, hey,
I can cure you.
yeah, I can make this not be a problem anymore.
Yeah, I wanted it to be better.
Yeah, there was just a lot of writing decisions that didn't make a whole lot of sense. But like, I don't know, over like production of the show, like I enjoyed what I was watching visually.
Yeah.
Outside of those little CGI hiccups, I like colors were beautiful. I liked Nick Cage. I liked their explanation for why he was no longer Peter.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think we were ever going to get a cover from that, but even that one little line from I forget his name, the kid who was turned super old.
I can't remember his name either.
Ed E. No, that's
Wally.
No, Eamon's the. I was gonna say Eamon, and that's the freaking bartender.
Yeah, that's the liquor man.
Yeah, I really cannot remember this kid's name.
I know who you're talking about though.
Ogden.
Ogden, yep.
Yeah, it was Ogden. Like his character made sense for what his motivations were. The mom's character made sense for what her motivations were until she was like, "No, I'm gonna go psychopath. I'm gonna kill him." Okay, whatever. You're a psychopath. Sure, I can buy that. I can only buy so many things in this movie, though.
Movie? TV show?
Or,
Didn't actually watch it, guys. He just read the description.
no, I just I watched it during my night shift in 2 sittings, so it was just 2 4-hour movies.
Yeah, no, it's gonna sound. This is gonna be a wild ass thing from the rant that I just went on a little bit ago. But you know, my biggest issue with them trying to stick to woke culture and use more of the like minority characters and all that is the one that every single Spider-Man fan has been begging for. Is the one they refuses to give us live action. I would love us to take we have had Peter Parker for 20 years now in superhero movies. Make a fucking Miles Morales live action movie.
Yeah, I don't know why we haven't gotten the live action Miles.
Or you don't even have to do Miles. We have 2099, who's another amazing Spider-Man story to do. Raimi Reyes is a great fucking character.
Tell me this wouldn't be crazy. They kill Tom. All right, Tom Holland, Peter. He's
and
done.
they introduce Miles.
Say we get him dead in Brand New Day. We get Doomsday. They introduce Incursions. We get live action Miles in Secret Wars.
And if Disney can get Sony to agree, I think it'd be really fucking cool if they did it this way. You don't even have to give Miles, I don't even have to give him a bunch of his own fucking shit at first. With the incursions and shit, make the Spider-Verse a part of the MCU canon.
Yep.
Just make it another one of the timelines.
Web of Life would be so easy.
Prick that Miles out of that universe.
Yep.
You literally just gave him 2 or 3 movies of lore for his backstory. And then it explains why he's already good with his powers, why he understands his powers. You don't have to give us another origin story. And you actually have a plenty of lore to pick from.
Yeah.
Like that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But do I see Disney doing that?
No. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, honestly, the biggest reason this got a 6 from me is when I got to that final episode, I was sitting there looking at that like 45 minutes, and I was just like,
no,
man, I've still got to watch this, don't I?
I got it. Got to
Alright.
finish it off. I made it this far.
It should have ended with Kat and him running away.
Yeah, it
Like,
should have.
it would have been a better story.
Would it have been a 7?
I would have maybe even given it an 8.
Okay.
Maybe they could have done something more. I don't know. Dude, it was just weird. The whole thing was weird.
It was very fucking strange.
Also, I mean, they had a lot of chemistry together in that whole thing. There was like, I'm not wrong, there's like a 20 or 30 year age difference, right, between these two.
Shut up. No.
Okay, I can't say anything
Yeah.
because I guess she was Silvermane's. Like, I don't know, like, no, but yeah, it was,
yeah,
you
no,
know
it
how
was weird.
the mob boss thing is.
This is just a. Did you have more to say about Noir?
Probably, but it'll give me some time to think if you.
No, this is
got
just a little
something to-
side tangent. This just plays back on what I was saying about how Marvel has wasted. And don't get me wrong, this was Fox Studios. It wasn't Marvel Studios, but still, it's how really cool characters are wasted, and then we just never get to see them again. 15 years ago, X-Men First Class came out. Somehow, and I know why. We all know why. But Darwin was killed. The man's ability is to be able to adapt and survive. He has survived nuclear bombs in the comics, but because he was a black man, he had to die first.
He couldn't adapt to a skill issue.
Like, that's literally what happened. Is you killed the unkillable man because of a skill issue.
Yeah, dude,
You fat fucking cat.
knocking over our set.
Evie's about to fall next.
Whatever. Yeah, the cat's
But
claiming
yeah, it's just-
territory.
Don't rush films out. We don't need 17,000 Marvel projects a year.
Yeah,
I would be fine with 1 or 2 Marvel projects a year.
I would prefer quality over quantity.
So, or even if you want to release a little more than that, give us like, slow the fuck down. Give us like 2 TV shows a year, 2 movies a
That's
year.
exactly what I was gonna say. I was about to say, give us a movie at the beginning of the year, give us a TV show at the second point, give us like
Just slow
alternate it.
down
movie, TV show,
and make
per
make
season.
the characters matter again.
Yeah, make there be stakes. Make don't forget about it. Don't switch a writer every other thing. And I'm not saying like shit happens. You
Yeah.
can't control all of those factors, but you have someone at the head of all of this for a reason to make all of this coherent and make sense for a reason. And y'all are slipping. Y'all have fans who are out here dedicated to this more, and like go grab them.
And like the reason I think it's the reason that it fucks with me so much, and I know he wasn't in control there for a while, and I have a lot of high hopes moving forward, and it should have never changed. For a company and a studio like Marvel, somebody that actually cares about Marvel has to be at the helm. That is at least a little bit of a fan. And now that Kevin is in control and is at the helm, I think it is going to get better.
Yeah.
Because he's an actual nerd. Like you can look at plenty of clips on YouTube of him sitting there having actually comic book educated debates with fans and other people because of how knowledgeable he is on it. Disney just needs to let him actually make projects good.
They started pushing quantity quite a bit, and like I don't know why during the pandemic they thought it would be a good idea to continue down that route. And then like personally, I'm glad the writer's strike happened. I feel like
I
it
think
helped
that
a lot of projects, and I feel like it's going to help a lot of projects that have moving forward from this point.
100%. And I think with us having a fan at the helm, us finally getting somebody who cares about more than just money at the helm.
What do you mean finally?
I meant because I might be getting it confused with Star Wars, but wasn't Marvel controlled there for a while by that like extreme feminist?
Star Wars, you're talking about Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, okay. I
That
see.
was
Like
Star
I said,
Wars. No, Kevin's been in control for a hot minute. I don't know what exactly caused all of this.
yeah, but still, I mean, probably Disney just like, hey, make it woke.
It, that's Disney.
But I would love to get the same excitement again for a Marvel movie like I did when Avengers came out. Yeah, I would love, and I know I'm an adult now, and I'm not a kid anymore, so I'm not going to get obviously the exact same excitement. But I would love to have more joy when I see a trailer or a spoiler for Marvel, like a teaser for Marvel, than worry that they're going to fuck up another beloved character.
I wanted to be as excited as I was when I saw that brand new day trailer, and then I went buying tickets, seeing it opening night.
Like,
And don't even get me started on the collectibles and stuff that they're doing for this. The popcorn bucket,
socks,
dude, bro, the socks,
socks,
dude. If I get a pair of
best
the socks,
collectible.
I'm gonna show them off to you guys.
He might even change his hoodie.
Man, you're pushing it. There wasn't a Venom hoodie that I saw. So sorry.
Socks and Addict bin.
Like, it just, as a nerd and a comic book nerd, I know that we're not obviously going to get papered a movie. That's an impossible ask, because it's obviously easier to write the story on paper, and you have more time, easier to fix your mistakes and all that. But it'd be lovely to see more effort given, because I don't care if you make it the most inclusive shit in the fucking world. That is fine. But actually take your time to make a good project.
Yeah. Make the writing make sense. Make the decisions make sense.
Like, that's all you have to do.
If you're going to do a connected universe, plug those plot holes as best you can. Like, mistakes happens. Everyone, gets it and understands. But,
And it's not like they don't understand how to do it, because I feel like Loki did an amazing job at plugging so many plot holes that there were.
Yeah, it did a really good job about it. And that's my biggest thing I'm gonna keep griping on. Make stakes matter again, man. I want to not go into a movie and just already know that it's not gonna fucking be any different afterwards in this connected universe. Like, give me some stakes. Give me something that matters.
Yeah. And it's not even that the bad guys have to win. Just like you said earlier, make the sacrifice actually matter.
Yeah.
Make it actually meaningful. Make me leave the movie theater thinking, you actually gave a character that I enjoy depth, and you made them hurt in a way that's relatable, and actually made it matter.
Yeah.
Not just made it look like real life, not just a fucking fairy tale.
Yeah, no, and they've been doing a really bad job about that, especially introducing characters right now. They've just kind of been doing it left, right, and center. They're like, this character and this character and this character and this character. It's just like, bro, slow down.
Yeah.
Because then you're pissing people off, because you've got a whole section of people who liked Moon Knight and a whole section of people who didn't. And now we don't know if we're ever going to see that again. And whether you liked it or not, I think we can all agree that I don't know why his name is escaping me right now. The guy who plays Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac. There we go.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job playing, showing the DID and playing those different characters and stuff. And I feel like even then he doesn't get enough credit just from all the other CGI and stuff, which I don't know. I didn't think it looked all that bad. I thought it was good for what it was.
Yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
love
Moon Knight, and I wouldn't mind getting a second season of it.
Yeah. You don't have. I'm trying to think of the best way to word it.
It gets a little tough to to pick out the right word sometimes. I get what you're.
It's not hard to please fans, and I understand not everybody's going to be happy with every single project, but give a fuck about more than just the money.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is just building on that. Man, if you're struggling, the fans are out there.
Yeah.
Some of the theories I read for what Endgame was going to actually be is probably why I got so disappointed when Endgame came out and was time travel. Because,
100%.
the amount of things I saw with, Adam Warlock and the Soul World and, everything that was related to the comic version of these events, it could have gone in so many cooler, more interesting ways, and it just felt copped out.
100%. And, don't... Again, you don't... I figured out the best way to put it. Like I said earlier, you don't have to copy the source material one for one. But don't be afraid to take inspiration from the source material. Like every single bit of Spider-Man's lore for the MCU, for Tom Holland Spider-Man that we have gotten, all of it's pretty much been connected to Tony.
Yeah.
And I understand that it's because you've made Peter like his apprentice and all that, and that's cool. But like one of the coolest storylines I feel like in the one of like the cooler, lesser known storylines in the comic is when Peter Parker and Shang-Chi, which are both characters we have in the MCU, when Shang-Chi helps Peter develop his own fighting style that not even Shang-Chi can copy because of how unpredictable Peter is.
Yeah.
You have like all of these characters you could use to let other characters take a fucking break, but you don't because you just want to use the characters that are going to sell the most tickets right off the bat.
Right.
You could make the Shang-Chi movie, the first one, I feel like the reason it gets as much shit as it does is because they just rushed the movie because, oh, look, we can make another Spider-Man movie or make another Avengers movie. And that's going to sell more than this because this character isn't as well known. Blade was not a very popular when that first movie came out. And now Blade is one of the most well-known characters in comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just have to put the effort in to give the character the exposure.
They're pissing Blade fans off, but that's another story.
You mean the movie
in and
that's
of
been
itself.
delayed more times than Elder Scrolls 6?
Elder Scrolls, I don't even think it's really been delayed. It's just like never fucking gonna come out.
That's fair.
At this rate.
We saw a picture of a map 3 years ago.
Was it even a picture of a map? I thought it was just a fucking rolling video of a hill like 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was like a mountain.
Yeah, something.
And then it showed like a...
Honestly, it's probably closer to 8 years at this point because I think it was like 2018.
Probably.
Something
Fuck, don't
stupid
say
like
that. That's not 8 years ago.
Yeah, it is, man.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to admit. Start to feel old.
I have a child now.
Yeah, that's insane. Life passes you by at a exuberant rate.
I guess my issue is the source material for all of these superheroes and all that is going to die unless you guys give people a reason to be interested in the comics
They're ignoring a lot of source material too for no reason. Like, I'm not saying make direct copies either, because like I was saying earlier, originality is a lot of the issue. I feel like for the superhero fatigue, it's a lot of the same churn at this point from what we've been watching.
Yeah. And you don't have to make every movie be on the same grand scale as like Infinity War and Endgame like they're trying to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I read comics growing up and everything, but I didn't get as hardcore into comics as I am now until I actually like sat down at the age of like 5 and 6 and watched the Tobey Maguire movies.
Yeah.
And actually saw these characters. Like, that's what got me interested in comics. And if you keep making shit movies and just rushing them out to try to have a cash grab, it's going to keep deterring people from just going to check out these characters that you ruined. Like Ironheart and Shang-Chi. These characters have so many good storylines, and they're so fucking cool in the comics. But because they've gotten such shit treatment in the broader media with the movies, they've become less popular. And it's stupid. It genuinely is, because, I mean, fuck. Adam Warlock is one of the strongest characters in comics. If you've only watched the Guardians of the Galaxy films in the MCU, you wouldn't fucking know that. You would think that he's just a pubescent teen.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. He's underutilized as well, and like, I don't know. I agree with you. I don't really have anything to counter. I agree. Yeah. It's just like I've been disappointed by a lot of what they've been doing for a while now, and I'm hopeful.
Just make the connected universes matter again.
Yeah.
Like Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, and Daredevil are all in the same fucking city, and they are just now interacting.
Yeah, Kingpin mentions Spider-Man finally in a fucking like project. Like, it's taken this long for your connected universe to connect at a like
street level.
Well, not even just at a street level, just at a level that is beyond only big guys. Like, because even Guardians, we don't have any other galactic things, so they are the big guys for the galactic thing. We don't have any.
One of the worst decisions they made with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and they are literally probably the best consecutive solo films in Marvel.
2 is not that good, and
I just meant as a whole, all like compared to like all of the Iron Man movies, all of the Spider-Man movies, like as a whole, they are some like story-wise, like having a consistent story.
Okay, sure.
They're like for the consistency of the story, they
Avengers
one
movies?
of the. That's fair, I guess. I was talking about more like
solo
Spider-Man,
projects.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah,
Solo
like,
projects. I understand what you meant. I was just
but
being an
like
ass.
I think like one of the worst decisions they made because it just adds more depth to the universe is we were going to get Nova, and
Yeah.
then they just decided not to.
Yeah, like why he didn't make an appearance in Endgame or anything, like.
And it's so it blows my mind how they just ignore these simple connections that would add more depth to characters working together and all that.
Yeah.
And it just it doesn't make sense to me. Like, and they did it perfectly with Avengers. Like how immediately when the first Avengers film, when all of them get gathered and all that, there's some chemistry between everybody and all that. But like the first two people that connect and all that is Bruce and Tony, because they're both scientists. They understand that they're there to do it all, and we just don't get those connections anymore.
Yeah.
Characters don't matter when they meet anymore.
They broke down after Civil War, and then it was just like, global event.
Like
all these characters are dying.
Make connections again. Make it matter again. Like, and I guess you can say they kind of tried with the Spider-Man movie with Peter kept trying to get a hold of Happy and fucking Tony and all that, but you literally just made Tony appear just to introduce a villain or introduce this problem, and that's the only part that Tony played the whole thing. When comic book wise, this is just going back to one of my biggest fucking rants, even though Peter doesn't have anything to do with this. Why was Scott? Why did not Scott? Why did Hank Pym not have anything to do with Ultron?
Yeah.
Why is Hank Pym's only fucking connection in the MCU? Oh yeah, I invented the Pym particle and I was the first Ant-Man, and then that is all you have fucking used him for. One of the smartest scientists in the entire comic book universe for Marvel invented one of the best villains we've gotten in the MCU, and you just chose to, we'll replace him with Bruce because we don't know what to do with the Hulk.
And then also established that he was a hero who operated, like, at some point with his wife. Like, and we've got nothing for anything that they've done this entire time.
I feel like they've wasted Ant-Man's whole fucking spiel, though. Like, it's some of the shit they've done is cool, and like the CGI for the movie is cool, but it's stupid how much you've wasted.
I like the movies for what they are, except for Quantumania. That was just a sad excuse of a movie.
I can't ever get past what they did to MODOK.
Yeah, that was
fucking
butchered. Took him outside and shot.
What's his name? What's the Mexican comedian's name? That was George Lopez from the fucking Shark Boy and Lava Boy movie all over again. That's exactly what CGI they used when he was the Mr. Dr. Electro, whatever his fucking name was.
I said that, and I don't even think he's Mexican now that I said. Is he?
Who?
Is he? Is he? No, he is.
Who?
No, sorry, I was going through my head.
Did he just do a racist?
No, I'm not. Well,
but like they need to connect characters. They need to make characters matter more.
I agree. I feel like we've been going on this rant for a little bit now, but you're not wrong. It's been an issue Marvel Disney has had for a minute now.
Yeah. It's not a hard fix.
Yeah, and
just don't make every single movie have a fucking a world-ending supervillain. We don't need that in every single fucking movie.
Yeah, because like even Noir, it's kind of the same thing. Like when I saw all of those antidotes, I was like, it's gonna end up where he's not gonna have an antidote left. He's still gonna be the Spider. Surprise, surprise.
Like, you know why Daredevil works? Like, Daredevil Born Again works so well and is such
I'm still upset with the ending of that.
Even still, but why it's been such a well-praised show compared to a lot of the Marvel projects is because Kingpin is not a global level threat. Kingpin is dominating New York City and its ports.
And how nobody else is like intervening in this. Like, I need an explanation on what Peter's doing.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. Is you're telling me Kingpin is taking over the whole city of New York, and Peter's not done anything? Shang-Chi's not done anything? Don't get me wrong, I know he's dead. But they've established that Pepper has a suit. War Machine has a suit.
What happened to Strange?
Exactly. Morgan has a suit. Doctor Strange, and you don't even have to bring fucking Doctor Strange back. Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I know it's not a
They're
mystic
I was going to say, they're protectors of the mystic
but you're
threats.
telling me that Kingpin taking over the ports and shit and literally blowing up ships in the port wouldn't affect the sanctuary at all? Having doors kicked in all over the city wouldn't affect the sanctuary?
Yeah, and I'm not
You're
saying
also
that...
telling me that the sanctuary wouldn't help harbor mutants?
Yeah, I'm not saying that I wouldn't... that I would want to see them in this project either.
It's the fact that we knew they would not be in, like, before even watching every episode, if somebody walked up to you and told you Spider-Man or Wong appeared in a Daredevil episode, you would look them in the face like, you're bullshitting me.
You're lying. Yeah.
It's the fact that we would not have
the
any
Spider-Man I would have believed a little bit just because he's appeared in the Spider-Man movie, so I wouldn't be opposed
that's
to
fair.
seeing it in the reverse, but...
They're building up these villains, and they're doing a good job at building up some of these villains, but then they just have like we were just on the Kingpin plot holes. It doesn't make sense that no other hero has stepped in.
Yeah.
And it doesn't it doesn't. You don't even have to give us Spider-Man or Strange or any of the big names, but actually throw in a character that makes sense. Like Wong has plenty of well-trained students, and none of them has like intervened. It just make the connected universe an actual connected universe.
Yeah,
that's all. That's what fans want.
Yeah, I think that's what we could only hope for at this point. Like,
and that
connecting
message
it
isn't
just in the grand events. Like,
exactly.
Even if it's just a newspaper or like a little mention, like Kingpin with the spider, like just give me.
And not even it doesn't even matter just for us like adults that are diehard comic book fans. Some of the most exciting times growing up watching a Marvel movie was knowing for a fact that before the Avengers movie came out, you knew Nick Fury was appearing at the end of that movie.
Middle school and high school, like watching like new rock stars and the theory videos and the Easter eggs and
exactly, just make every movie matter for the bigger picture.
And Wakanda mentioned before it ever even got like brought into MCU, like those things were awesome to like sit and theorize about. Exactly. I remember sitting at the lunch tables like having these kind of debates and stuff. Like, we don't get that anymore just because it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And this one, we've talked about this before, and they have a little bit of excuse for it. But actually, I will sit down and talk to people about Doctor Doom all day. He's one of the best villains in all of fiction. He's a very amazingly written villain in fiction. And I give Disney a break on it because their hands were kind of tied in what happened. But you took one of your most famous villains and are practically just throwing them out there as the final villain of the MCU before you do the reset, because without like any build up and all that. And I know the Fantastic Four movie was supposed to build that up, and I'm not bitching about this as much because it's because of all of the lawsuits and all that happened with the actor who played Kang, Jonathan Majors, I think his name is. And so Disney, you get 100% a break for that. It's frustrating and kind of makes me nostalgic for Thanos, because we had years of build up to Thanos as this big bad villain, and now every other big bad villain we've had is like I said, Kang was supposed to be the next big bad one, but that got fucked up for them. But I really do think, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, Sony needs to get off their fucking high horse and
realize they can't do it justice.
Exactly. Because you know what would be an amazing villain for the MCU? It could be greater than a Spider-Man villain. They could actually make it a global threat.
Oh,
it would let them introduce other. It would let her introduce a whole new genre of villains for the MCU. Sony needs to get off their fucking high horse, and just let Marvel use Null.
Yes, no, give me the King
And
in
it-
Black. Give me the Necro
And you
Sword.
don't have
Actually,
to just
well, I guess
rush through
we
it.
got the Necro Sword and Love and Thunder, technically.
And you don't have to rush through it. Do a slow fucking build up. Slowly have the symbiote
That's
start
my
to
biggest
appear and
complaint
shit.
about Doomsday is like I know it was supposed to be Kang Dynasty, and then what I forget what the second movie was. It wasn't supposed to be Secret Wars, I don't think.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have kept it a big event, in
No.
my opinion. Because that's like going back to the Franklin thing. Things needed more time to develop on that stove top. You needed to let that simmer a little bit and cook some more before just throwing it in your mouth.
100%. And I don't even think they had. I really do think Doom was the right choice.
Yes.
I just think what they should have done is, instead of continuing with the production, because it was supposed to be the King Dynasty movie. And instead of continuing with that, take all of the usable scenes from that, and I don't even give a fuck if you didn't give us another movie, if you didn't replace it with another movie. Start to slowly. It doesn't have to be super slow like you did with Thanos, but give us another 3 or 4 projects between it to actually give context to why Doom is such a threat.
Mm.
Because me and you know why Doom is a threat. We've read the comics. We know who he is. But I mean this in the nicest way possible. Trevor doesn't.
Yeah.
Liz don't. They if we told them, oh, dude, like with all this hype about Doom, you could ask them 1,000 times, why is it so scary? And they're not going to be able to tell you the actual reason why it's scary.
Yeah.
Because you have no context.
Yeah. It's like all people know outside, like if they have only seen the MCU, all they know is Doom showed up and maybe took Franklin.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we know. Which I imagine we're going to get a long-winded backstory explanation and stuff for him, I imagine. If we don't, that will be weird. That will just be weird. But from everything that's happened from Endgame, I think the only way that they can move forward, especially if they're still going to do a big event, is ending in some kind of reset, because they just have to clean things up.
100%. I think no matter what, it has to end and reset. But something they could have done and kept the movies going like how they're trying to do? Pull what they did with Infinity War and Endgame. Make it a 2-part movie. Make the first fucking movie.
I think it technically is. I may be mistaken. I think it is technically. They're not part 1 and 2 or anything. I do think it is connected.
But I think that's what they honestly should have done. If you want to do Doomsday and all that, and you chose Doom to replace it, make a Doomsday a 2-part fucking movie. Make the first fucking movie. Fans aren't going to like to hear this, and a lot of people that aren't big as Marvel fans as me aren't going to like to hear this. Make it a 2.5 hour to 3 hour fucking movie for the first part. That is just giving you build up for Doom. And you can even throw the Fantastic Four in there and make it actual build up for the character. And then part 2 actually be the big conflict. But so many fans are going to go into this, and if they don't do the proper research, they're going to, because I don't see them doing it any other way. Doom is going to pull off so many feats that's just not going to make sense. Because, it's the nicest way possible. Doom is a sorcerer. Me and you know that Doom's a sorcerer. Besides him, the inventions he makes, his other big key thing about why he's so powerful is his magic.
Which that's going to be interesting to see how they make that work.
If you showed a picture of Doom to any random casual fucking Marvel fan and go, what are his abilities? They're not going to tell you that he knows how to use magic and he's just at almost the same level as Strange.
It depends on what picture you show them, because there are plenty of Doom that has but I meant just
the basic picture of just Dr. Doom sitting on the throne.
In his armor, I feel like people wouldn't be surprised to hear it.
Yeah,
but I feel like they wouldn't guess it.
Yeah,
but I'm not trying to nullify your point. I understand.
I can't remember. I don't know why. Yeah, it's probably because I'm a little frustrated and a little cooped up on that energy drink. But Latveria, that's the name of his country.
Latveria, yeah,
has never been mentioned in all of the MCU, and I get they had to rush into Doom.
Okay, so
besides I meant like any
It
other
didn't
project.
get like name dropped Latvaria, but there was I think it was season 2 of Loki, a story that got told about a kid living on it was like some variant that I think Mobius had to go
Okay.
pop, and it was some kid that was living on by the Red Sea, and that's like by where Latveria is in the comics.
Okay.
There's a clip
yeah.
about it. There's
But
a
it's
clip
like,
for
it
everything,
just-
but you know what I mean.
The country that he's from has barely any mention. Doom has really no mention besides the newer shit since he's been announced, and I understand why. I'm not trying to give them shit for it. It's just
I mean, they couldn't because he was a Fox property, right?
yeah, he was a part of the Fantastic Four and X-Men and all
Yeah.
that. But I guess what gets to me is like what I've been ranting about for weeks on this podcast is I hate when they waste characters that don't have to be wasted. And I feel like if they don't continue with Doom being the big bad evil for the next phase in the reset, it's just going to waste the character.
I agree.
And if I honest to God just might stop going to theaters for Marvel movies if they waste another character like that, because it's just I'm tired of watching it happen with some of my most beloved characters.
Yeah, and it's really heartbreaking to say that too, because like being a fan for so long, we've invested,
Yeah.
like I mean, it's that FOMO at this point. Like I don't want to miss out. I've got not even FOMO. That's the wrong sunk cost fallacy is what I was meaning.
But exactly, we've spent literal, especially as kids, days avoiding some of our favorite YouTube channels and websites and shit because we knew, I can't go see the movie in theaters to this day, and I'm not getting the after credit scene spoiler, this
Yeah.
spoiler back. Like we used to literally like anticipate that shit,
Yeah.
and it's just slowly but surely Marvel has chipped away at the excitement for wanting to go and see a Marvel movie in theaters and not just wait the month for them to drop it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. And it's really disappointing. Like I remember being excited about end credit scenes, but now I'm just like, is this going to matter or just be dumb? Because like Multiverse of Madness, I felt like I wasted my time waiting for those end credit scenes, and even now, like especially, I don't know that they're even going to go anywhere, or they're just going to like pretend it didn't happen. Because I don't even know who the character that was in the one where he got his third eye was supposed to be. Like I've never heard of her before. I don't remember. White hair, purple, bunch of purple. I really don't remember. There's probably people who know her and love her, and I'm hurting their feelings right now. But man, I'm sorry. I just don't know. Do a short intermission while he tries to do a Google and figure it out. That was I skipped a part, but whatever.
You did. You fucked it up. You're
Yeah.
not good at this.
I mean, neither are you at looking stuff up. Apparently, fucking, how long does it take to Google who was in the end credit scene?
I fucked up and brought up the stupid ass fucking. I typed in multiverse and just left it at that, and so it brought up the fucking character from the Warner Brothers fighting game.
Oh, multiverses.
Cleo.
Oh yeah, Cleo. Yeah, that is her name. I do remember that now. I don't have any clue what this character is. We haven't seen.
I've seen her in one comic book line, and that's when Doctor Strange becomes a fucking like this like vampire-esque creature. And the reason the reason she's in that line is because she knows a lot about dark magic and knows how to like contain him and stop it. But yeah, as somebody who has read a bunch, because like I love the sorcerers and like the fantasy character, like those wizards and shit from comics and all that. Like,
yeah,
John Constantine is my favorite DC character and always will be.
So good.
And like when you and I, so I've read the Hellblazer comics and all that. I like, and so it's sad that I don't even know who the fuck that character is. And I love this, like Doctor Fate, all of them are such cool characters, and I love their lore. But I don't know who the fuck that.
Like how you have not named. I'm not going to say a single, but you have not named very many Marvel sorcerers in that list.
Because Marvel sorcerers suck.
Damn, you just said Doctor Doom sucks. Damn, that's a loud silence.
I mean, I did just call him a sorcerer, so I can't defend it. But
I was
he's
gonna say,
more
I
of an
mean, it's your
adventurer.
words.
But yeah, I mean that's fair. Like Doctor Doom's a great sorcerer.
Scarlet Witch.
Well, what's his name? I'm really blanking his name. But the fucking in the MCU they used him as one of Strange's mentors, and then now he's slowly becoming a villain.
Caecilius.
No, the
Mordo?
Mordo, yeah. Mordo is an amazing
Yeah.
character again that I feel like if we don't get more fucking content for, somebody needs smacked because you
Yeah.
built him up.
Yeah.
You built up this, oh, the Ancient One betrayed me and all that, and you just threw out the fucking window
Right
for
out the
Scarlet
window.
Witch. No offense, I love Scarlet Witch.
You mean for the American Chavez movie?
If Vision Quest is not a good fucking show, I'm
dude.
writing.
Oh yeah, easily. I want it to be good. I want it to be good so bad.
You took away Jarvis to give us a shit writing. I'm tired of it.
All right, I think we should
end it
probably.
here.
I was going to say, should probably wrap up and stop rambling in their ears.
Come back next week when we're watching Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, we might go through the Spider-Mans. We've been pitching that idea back and forth.
If 100 people watch this video and we'll watch all 12 of the Spider-Man movies.
I will do an episode per
Movie?
Yeah, per I would say trilogy, but
Poor Andrew Garfield and Sony fucking him. He didn't get that third
and then
movie.
we saw what happened to Toby's. and then Tom walked in and went, "Hold on, guys, I'll save it for all of us."
Yeah.
No Way Home was so good. Anywho, done sucking spider dick.
It's
Thank you for joining us on this episode. If you wouldn't mind sharing us with your friends, maybe even your family, sisters,
we're talking
brothers.
to you, Sage.
Yeah, man, Sage, get it out there. Anyway, give us a like I said, share. Appreciate you. Later.
Soon as the first episode that I don't know if you made it live yet or not, last week's episode.
It is.
It is? Did you text Sage?
Mm-hmm. And he went, "Fuck yeah."
He's our most dedicated fan, and I appreciate it. I genuinely do. 100%. He's watched every single episode from start to finish multiple times.
Yes. And now I have a clip of you sucking Sage's cock. I'm gonna send it to him. Can you get your bomb away from me?
It's a ticky time bomb.
I know. I can hear it from over here. You don't even have to bring it close.
I'm so pissed about it.
You open it right outside. Hit one time.
It did that.
It's
And them Indian gas stations don't give refunds, so I'm just not buying